We're kicking it off with a bang at the 2013 PETRONAS Malaysian Grand Prix.
Welcome to a brand new season of motorsports at PETRONAS. That's right, the PETRONAS Malaysian Grand Prix is in town and we're right here where the action is.
And in our Thru the Chicane segment, Darren Lee meets up with the fast and talented racers of PETRONAS.
Hey you guys, you want to know who are the nominees for PETRONAS' Talent Development Programme for 2013? You better stick around. I'm Darren Lee and this is Motorsports at PETRONAS.
You gotta run, run, run. 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 Yeah! Run, run, run. Run, run, run. You gotta run.
The week-long celebration on a grandiose scale leading up to the actual Formula One race is a free-for-all event that will see fans of motorsports make their pilgrimage to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
The PETRONAS Malaysian Grand Prix is an annual affair since 1999. However, FIA-sanctioned races have existed in Malaysia since the 1960s. What that means is that Malaysia has had a long-time love affair with motorsports.
So here's the lowdown on what's happening throughout the week. We're talking about concerts by big-time performers, both local and international, both 2- and 4-wheel demo action, exhibitions, and of course, the most awaited event of them all, meeting PETRONAS' Formula One drivers Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Nico Rosberg is no stranger to the local crowd as this is his third year driving for Mercedes AMG PETRONAS Formula One team. But this is Lewis Hamilton's rookie year with the team and the crowd is going wild for the talented Englishman. The two F1 drivers also visited the PETRONAS Solaris Serdang station. Their visit ended at the pediatric ward of the National Heart Institute. Both Nico and Lewis helped with the mini science show by PetroScience.
In just a short bit, I'll be speaking to the face behind it all, General Manager of PETRONAS Motorsports, Anita Azrina Abdul Aziz, woman to woman about motorsports in Malaysia. So stick around. Firstly, you have been in the motorsports industry for so long now. What are your thoughts? How do you see or where do you see the progress in Malaysia's motorsports?
Before I came into motorsports, I didn't quite follow it fully. I'm not a motorsports fan per se, but I've seen a lot of progress in my last 5 years. I feel that there are more people getting involved in motorsports, whether it is single-seater cars or the motorbikes. You see new sponsors coming in, in the local scene, and you see a lot of interest from these sponsors and other companies to want to get involved, and that's a positive sign for the industry.
This is the 15th year Malaysia has organised this prestigious event. How do you think Malaysia has benefited so far?
You can see around just now, there were many tourists, right? And even when we wanted to book some rooms for the teams that were involved in this and the concert, they were all full with people that came for Formula One. And that's just the hotel industry. So what about the F&B side, the taxis, the public transports, And the teams, I know that some of the team members after this are going on their holidays around Malaysia. So it's some of it it's not obvious to the eye, like what you see the tourists here, but there's many other advantages to Malaysia in terms of tourism dollars.
Yeah.
But for us as well, when you brand the name, it just doesn't just bring tourists, it could also bring business as well. Yeah.
I have to say the highlight of the week for me personally is sitting in an actual Formula One car and of course watching the Malaysian talents during the demo. And we've got to give props to Jasman Jaffa for handling the Formula One car like a pro.
You gotta run, run, run. You gotta run, run, run. You gotta run, run, run.
The 2013 PETRONAS Motorsports Demo Run also saw the PETRONAS teams that participates in the PETRONAS Malaysian Cup Prix Championship as well as the PETRONAS Asia Road Racing Championship. Two-wheel wonder Hafiz Sharin,
You gotta run, run, run. You gotta run.
Afiq Ikhwan of Team Meritus GP, Sam Bird, the development driver for Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula One team, and last but not least, the Petronas Syntium team. And there was a special showcase by the Malaysian military.
What is a celebration without a concert headlined by both local and international artists to cap it all off?
The Twin Towers Alive 2013 was a 2 days free concert for all with the likes of DJ Face, Project Elements, Atilia, K-Town Clan, U-Kiss, Stylo Alive, and Demi Lovato on the first night. The second night lineup consists of DJ Tatsuro, Dem Lepak Boys, Caprice, Earth Hour Pledges by the Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula One team,
To print a lot less paper. My pledge for Earth Hour is to run a lap around the track with my dog.
Sean Lee, 21, a blacklight performance by IDC, Ms. Nina, one national MC, and it ended with an awesome performance by the Backstreet Boys.
The Petronas Malaysian Grand Prix is not only a platform for Malaysians to showcase its motorsports prowess and its pool of tremendous talents, but to also stamp that motorsports in Malaysia is here to stay.
Welcome to a brand new season of Motorsports at Petronas. Now, in just a few minutes, right here in Kuala Lumpur City Centre, we'll be introduced to a whole new group of talented and well-deserving individuals who will be part of Petronas' Talent Development Programme 2013 lineup.
Drivers Farid Haruman, Dominic Ang, Melvin Moh, Jasman Jaffa, Afiq Ikhwan Yazid, Nabil Jeffrey, and riders Hafiz Sharin and Ramdan Rosli are the 8 selected talents for 2013. But before we get to meet these inspiring young individuals, who better to explain about the program itself than Puan Anita Azrina Abdul Aziz.
Now, the Young Drivers Program at PETRONAS, which is the PETRONAS Talent Development Programme, is a much sought after spot for any young aspiring F1 drivers. What's your take on that, since we have so many people vying for that one spot in the program? I mean, we have Jasmine Jafar, we have Nabil Jeffrey. What's your take on that?
Okay, maybe we'll start on about why PETRONAS is actually doing this. Maybe Darren, you're not very aware about what, in the overall scheme of things in terms of capability building and investment in people in general that PETRONAS practices. We actually sponsor quite a few students to study overseas in University Technology PETRONAS as well. And this is something like an extension of that program, because the company believes that when you invest in the workforce, you invest in talent, it is something that will last for a long time. And it really is, in terms of corporate social responsibility, it is one of the best there is to do. Investing in talent in terms of motorsports just fell naturally, because there was the opportunity, when you sponsor teams, you have that chance to give the opportunity to Malaysians, especially talented ones, the ones that you think are able to and it's worth the investment in a way, and the ones who are determined to really win. So that's why we started doing it. In terms of the PETRONAS Talent Development Programme itself, it's something, I mentioned the word natural. Well, it is something that was not forced upon us, but it was something that we thought would really fit into our programs. We have access to the teams. We noticed that they also had some talent development programs. So we thought, let's give it a try, and we started many years ago. And when you mentioned Jasmine, Nabil, Afiq and all, these are talented young men. It's a pity if no one invests in them in terms of trying to develop them further. So, well, we thought it's good to get involved, but there is, of course, certain constraints, when we do it. We're not like a school, we don't have the ability to do it. We're not experts in motorsports. We are an oil and gas company, so we allow them to be developed by the teams that they're involved in. So we don't really say, you must do this much of fitness, you must do this much of PR. We leave it to them and their managers and the teams to run their programs, because these are the experts that are in a better position to advise them. So we are there to provide funding, maybe some kind of guidance in those terms. And at the end of the day, whether they are a PETRONAS sponsored talent or they have other sponsors, we welcome, because it is for us a Malaysian effort in general that everyone invests in talents.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. It was very enlightening.
Thank you very much, Karen.
Now, it's not often that we get all the drivers and riders under the same roof. So I'm going to jump on this opportunity and sit down with a gentleman and talk shop. We have Farid Haruman with us today. Thank you very much for chilling with us. You have been driving for almost 12 years now. Yeah. Where do you see the motorsports industry in Malaysia in the next, say, 10 years?
I would say it's quite okay. The motorsport in Malaysia is building up, but not as fast as what I expect. As you know that Malaysia, we have very limited budget in the motorsport arena especially, and then which lacking of the other sponsors. So that's what the motorsports that's what make motorsports going very slow. And then for the next 10 years, I think if PETRONAS will continue supporting like this, and then if others company join us with PETRONAS to boost up the motorsport in Malaysia, I think we'll be good.
I have Melvin Moe sitting right here with us. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.
No problem.
Okay, so what would be your approach to your third season in the Super Taikyu Championship?
I mean, last year we came second in the championship with car 28. So of course this season would be to win the championship. I mean, that has to be our goal, and I'm sure that's the goal of my teammates as well.
What do you think, or how important do you think, rather, is talent development in making Malaysia a hub for motorsports?
I think it's very important because, as I think everybody knows, motorsport is such an expensive sport. Normally, most of the drivers start their racing career in go-karts. So, I mean, like for me, I mean, without the PETRONAS Formula experience in 2006, I wouldn't be here where I am today. So, I think PETRONAS has done a very good job in trying to build talents, you know, from go-karts to Formula cars. And now I'm in GT racing. So I think without them, as I said, I think many of us wouldn't be here.
All right, guys, we have Dominic Ang with us, or as he would like to be called, Dom. Thank you, Dom, for joining us. All right, so together with your teammates, Nobuteru Taniguchi and Farid Haruman, you guys are the reigning champions for Super Taikyu. Do you think it gets harder to defend the title?
It's always not easy to defend the title because a lot of things come into play. So, but my target will be to defend the title again.
Well, do you think that the motorsports industry is doing enough to nurture our pool of talents?
I think for me not enough. Besides PETRONAS, there's no one else helping the pool of talent. So hopefully there will be more sponsors in like any companies, Malaysian companies, to sponsor more drivers coming up and coming drivers.
And really build the pool of talent that we have, right, in Malaysia?
Yeah.
Do you think that we have a very strong pool of talent?
Yeah, we have a lot from karting and even from bikes. The cup side is all coming up. So, but after go-kart or cup side, that's where the corporate companies have to come in, because in the lower levels, the parents you can support, but once you go to a certain stage, the corporate companies have to come in to help and support.
Yeah, Afik, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah.
All right, so first up, tell us about the championships that you'll be racing in this year.
Alright, okay. Basically, this year I'll be racing Formula Master, which is a replacement for the Formula Pilota, which is last year. So they replace it with, and then they call it Formula Master, which is this new series. They be using Volkswagen engine. It's an F3 engine, like I said just now. They tune it to 195 bhp, but same chassis, just a different engine. And then the new series, new organizer.
Well, last season, unfortunately, you were marred with a couple of injuries. Tell us, how have you been healing and what do you expect for this season?
Tahun lepas memang saya tak dapat fokus untuk race saya 2012 sebab saya ada injured pada tangan kiri saya. So tahun ni saya harap saya akan buat yang lebih bagus apa yang saya buat pada tahun lepas, dan saya akan cuba lebih perbaiki daripada kesilapan saya.
How important is talent development for making Malaysia the hub for motorsports?
Daripada sukan pemotoran di Malaysia, memang bagi saya sampai ke tahap ni memang bagus sebab dapat melahirkan pelumba-pelumba yang baik di dunia seperti Hafiz Syarin yang dapat beraksi di MotoGP. So bagi saya memang ada peluang yang bagus untuk lebih bagus pelumba di dalam kejuaraan ini.
Well, tell us about what championships will you be racing in this year?
This year I'll be racing in German Formula 3, which is the next step of what I did last year, which is Formula BMW. And hopefully it's going to be a good step for me because there's going to be a lot of good drivers, especially a lot of Europeans coming in very strong. And there's also a few drivers coming in for a second year. So based on the testing last few months, I think I'm up for it and I hope for a good season.
What do you think of the young talents in Malaysia?
For me, I think there's a lot of talents out there. There's a lot of really, really young talents. I mean, young age. I mean, look at Hafiz, he's only very young, 18, 19 this year, and he's really making Malaysia proud. So I think if you really put in the effort, you put in the sponsorship, and PETRONAS have been they've been doing a very good job in that. So I hope they keep on doing the same thing in the next few years, and we'll see a Formula 1 driver and also a MotoGP rider in the future.
So how important is talent development in making Malaysia the hub for motorsports?
I think this good for the young rider, and then also for the talent young men, and then grow up. So maybe not have this opportunity, maybe not have chance to go in Spain, and then also World Cup in MotoGP in Sepang. And I have a good opportunity for this year.
We also caught up with Jasman Jafar in England to find out what he thinks of the program.
So Jasman, you have been chosen to be part of PETRONAS' Talent Development Programme. Tell us, what does that mean to you?
Well, first of all, I feel very privileged to be selected as one of the drivers, especially as a Malaysian and as well as a racing driver. It's helped me a lot climbing up to the staircase to where I am now. I've been racing in Formula BMW, Formula 3 and now World Series together with PETRONAS. The program helps me develop myself as a driver and also learn as much as I can. I've been doing simulator runs at the factory in Brackley. I spend time with the engineers over there as well, which helps me develop in my World Series program. The training stuff that I do over here in London, and of course the media activities that I do with PETRONAS. So all these bits and pieces helps me develop as a whole package as a racing driver.
Well, tell us, what have you been up to since joining the program?
It's been great, really. I drove the Formula 1 for the first time in Malaysia in the PETRONAS street demo. That was an incredible experience. Soon after that, I got another phone call to do the filming day. I drove Silverstone National for about 35 laps in the 2-year-old Formula 1 car. And that was an amazing experience.
Very nice.
And without PETRONAS, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Well, there you have it, guys. The Malaysian talents who were handpicked because they showed true potential and the endless possibilities for excellence on the track. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Darren Lee, and this has been Motorsports at PETRONAS. Now, don't forget to log on to www.petmos.com.my for all the information on your favorite teams, drivers, riders, and race results. Till next time, I'm Darren Lee.
Hello, hello, hello everybody. I'm so small, I can't see anything. It's too big for me. This is the winning wave. Oh, there's a lot of people.
We'll be introduced to a group of young, talented... Why do you laugh? If you want to know all the information on your favorite races,